Such a treat because our musical guest this week is a Seattle-bred, New York-based brass quartet, the Westerlies. Hello.
Hi, Nancy.
So great to see you guys. Willem to Koch. You to introduce everyone, starting from the far right.
All right, over here we have Zubin Hensler on the trumpet.
Hey there.
Mr. Riley Mulherkar also on the trumpet.
Great.
And Andy Clausen on trombone.
Excellent. Now, you are all originally from Seattle, right? So did you grow up together? You went to the same schools? You picked up your instruments at the same time? How'd that happen?
It's a little different for each of us.
Okay.
Riley and Zubin grew up about 4 blocks apart from one another.
Okay.
So they've known each other for a very long time.
Wow.
And Zubin and Riley and I all went to Washington Middle School and Garfield High School. So we played in the jazz band and the orchestra there together.
Yeah.
And then Andy over here grew up in the North End and went to Eckstein Middle School and Roosevelt High School.
So was there a competition between you guys a little bit?
Earlier on there was, for sure.
Yeah.
We would always run into each other at the regional jazz competitions. And that was always a bitter rivalry between Roosevelt and Garfield, but we've since overcome our differences.
The anger and the rage and the differences. Now, when you moved to New York, but you moved all those different times, it wasn't as a group. So is that why you call yourself an accidental brass quartet? What's that about?
Well, Zubin got out to New York first. He's the oldest. And then the rest of us...
I can tell.
He has that demeanor
he
about
does,
him.
He does.
The rest of us followed him out at various times. I was the last to get out there. And when we all moved out there, we sort of found that because we were from the same place, we sort of naturally hung out and spent a lot of time together. So we decided to form the band once we were already all out in New York, mainly out of the camaraderie. And I think the instruments we play was just coincidence, and had we been playing guitar and drums and bass, we would have been a rock band.
Right.
But it was more because of the friendship and the hometown connection that we formed.
Right. And I also know that there's a talk about you guys having a different sound, different from whatever that means from other brass quartets. What is different other than you don't use sheet music?
I think we all come from jazz backgrounds, and so we all each have a very different approach to how we play our instruments. And when we create music together, it's more based off of our common musical interests rather than off of trying to find a unified brass ensemble sound.
Got it.
So the sound that you hear is more of a byproduct of this sort of coalescing of diverse musical interests.
So your second record has come out. And I know you're going to play us a couple of songs. And the first one, and I know you write kind of individually, but then collaborate. And the first song you're going to play is, what's it called again?
It's called A Nearer Sun.
And I believe Riley?
It's by Riley Mulherkar.
Yeah, and I believe that there was not a lot of changes. You brought it in, it was pretty much, this is how it is. Perfection. What can you say? What can you say? So are you ready to play? You guys want to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Westerlies.